Okay, today we'll start with a new chapter, measures of location. Actually, this is a part of a central tendency. Central tendency. In statistics, central tendency is a central value or a typical value for a probability distribution. It is occasionally called an average or just the center of the distribution. The most common measures of central tendency are the arithmetic mean, the median, and mode. Mean are three types actually: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean, and median mode. Measures of central tendency are defined for a population, large set of objects of a similar nature, and for a sample portion of the element of a population. Some definition: Simpson and Kafka defined it as a measure of central tendency is a typical value around which other figure gather. So there are three types of definition. You can choose any one. Importance of central tendency: to find the representative value, to make more conscious data, to make comparisons, hopeful in further statistical analysis. These four are the importance of central tendency. So in theoretically, we can define the central tendency like this. In a representative sample of the value of series of a data have a tendency to cluster around a certain point, usually at the center of the series. This tendency of clustering the values around the center of the series is usually called the central tendency, and its numerical measures are called the measures of central location. Actually, I have given you an example of height of a students of a class. Suppose in a class 50 students present, their highest height is 6 feet and lowest 5 feet. So their mean what will be, average height what will be, 5 feet 6 inches. Every height of a students cluster to the center, centering 5.6 feet. Okay, make a cluster. If you want to we want to show in a graph with these heights of 50 students, every heights will be very near to the 5.6 feet. Okay, this why the 5 point every height of the every students will cluster to the center of 5.6 feet. Actually, its numerical measures are called measures of central location, and the properties of this is called the central tendency. There are many characteristics of an ideal measures of location. It should be easily defined. It should be readily comprehensive and easy to calculate. Okay, the data will be easily calculated. It should be based upon all the observations. No observations can be out of the calculation. So it will be the measurements will be based on all observations. It should be suitable for further algebraic treatment. Any algebraic operations can be applied to that data. It should be affected as small as possible by sampling fluctuation. A small fluctuation can be happen. Different measures of central location. There are 5 different measures of central location. One is arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, mode, etc. Okay. Now, what is arithmetic mean actually? The arithmetic mean of a set of observations is the sum of all observations divided by the number of total observations. Suppose we have the arithmetic mean can be denoted by x bar. Okay, x bar of ungrouped data x1, x2, dot dot up to xn observations are given. Therefore, x bar what will be? X bar will be sum of the total observation x1 plus x2 plus dot dot plus xn divided by total number of observations. It can be written as 1 by n summation xi. Okay, I equals to what will be? I equals to 1 to n. X bar is the mean of the mean, and it is called also arithmetic mean. For a little example, 2, 5, 7, 9, 4, 3 are ungrouped data. Okay, the arithmetic mean what will be x bar? Sum of these 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 4 plus 3 divided by how many observation here? 6 observation divided by total number of observation 6. We get only 5. 5 is the arithmetic mean of this data. Now, if we are given the group data, suppose observation will be x1, x2 dot dot up to xk, and frequency are given f1, f2 dot dot up to what? Fk. Then in that case, arithmetic mean x bar will be f1 multiply x1 plus f2 multiply x2 plus f3 plus x3 plus dot dot fk xk. Sum of this, okay, divided by total number of frequency. Total number of frequency what will be? F1 plus f2 plus f3 plus fk dot dot fk. And this can be written as a summation I equals to 1 to k fi xi divided by summation fi. Summation fi means what? Sum of all observation of all frequencies, and it can be denoted by n also. N is the total number of frequency, so summation fi xi divided by n. This is the actually arithmetic mean. Now, by shortcut method, we can also apply to find out the arithmetic mean. In this method, we can show the effect of change of scale and origin of the actual data. Okay. Now, if xi and fi are the large calculation of x bar by the formula given by this 3.2, this is the including fi and xi. Consuming tedious, because this is the time consuming, this method applying 3.2 formula is time consuming and tedious. The calculation can be simplified by taking very simply the deviation of the given values from any arbitrary value a. A is called origin or assumed mean. Okay, assumed mean. A is called origin or assumed mean. Dividing by age. Age is the length of the class interval or a scale, which is generally the length of the class interval in case of group data. Frequency distribution, we can define nuvariate. This is a deviation number ui equal to xi minus a is the assumed mean divided by age. Age is the length of the class interval. By cross multiplication, we can write xi equals to s ui plus a. With the help of previous formula 3.2, this with the help of this formula, we can write u bar equals to, x bar equal to s into u bar plus a. Just taking mean for this x bar s into u bar plus a. Here a is the origin and s is the scale. Therefore, this shows that the arithmetic mean is dependent on origin and scale. So there is a maybe arise a question show that arithmetic mean is dependent on change of origin and scale. Okay, now how to find the arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean by direct method and shortcut method from the frequency distribution of the values of a class interval. We are given this class interval. How many classes here? Actually 7 classes. Okay, 7 classes, and the number of laborers. This is the frequency table: 3, 4, 5, 10, 6, 3, 3. Total number of frequency what? 35. Okay, now we are calculating the arithmetic mean with the table. This is the given class interval 11 to 13, and this is the number of laborers frequency table column, and mid values what will be? Mid values how calculated? 11 plus 13 divided by 2. Okay, 12. 13 plus 15 divided by 2. This is the mid values. Now fi xi can be calculated just multiplying individually. 3 multiply 12, 36. 4 multiply 14, 56. 5 multiply 16, 80. 10 multiply 18, 180. Okay, 6 multiply 20, 120. 4 multiply 22, 88. 3 multiply 24 equals to what? 72. Now nuvariate or deviation number ui equals to xi minus 18 divided by 2. Now this 18 is the origin or assumed mean. Now how we can calculate this assumed mean? Suppose this is the lowest value of the class interval and this is the highest value of the class interval. Now 11 plus 25 what? 11 plus 25 what?
36.
36 divided by 2, 18. 18 lies in which class actually? 17 to 19 class. In this class, the mid values is this. Okay. and these mid values will be the origin. Okay, this 18 will be the origin. This is the assumed mean. So just subtracting 18 from individual mid values, xi minus 18, and this is the length of the class interval of the mid values. So xi minus 18 divided by 2 minus 3, how comes? 12 minus 18 divided by 2 minus 3, 14 minus 18 divided by 2 minus 2, 16 minus 18 divided by 2, what? Minus 1, 18 minus 18 divided by 2, 0, 20 minus 18 divided by 2, 1, 22 minus 18 divided by 2. Just putting every xi, we get these values. So now fi ui, how will come? Frequency multiply ui minus 9. This frequency multiply minus 2 minus 8. 5 multiply minus 1 minus 5. 10 multiply 0. This will be 0. 6 multiply 1, 6. 4 multiply 2. What will be? 8. And 3 multiply 3 will be 9. So total number of frequency 35. Total number of summation fi xi, what will be? This total. Summation fi ui, what will be? This. Only 1. Now direct method, applying direct method, the arithmetic mean x bar, what will be? Summation fi xi divided by summation fi, I equals to 1 to 7. How many classes here? 7 classes. Now you have to write I equals to 1 to 7. So total number of fi xi, what? 632. This 632. Now the total number of frequency 35. We get only 18.06 taka approximately. Okay. Now applying shortcut method, arithmetic mean x bar, what will be? X bar equals to s into u bar plus a. This is the formula of shortcut method. Now where s is the length of the class interval, what? 2. A is the assumed mean 18. Okay. Now u bar equals to, can be calculated, u bar equals to summation fi ui divided by summation fi. Understand? Just u bar will be summation fi ui, what? 1. Summation fi, what? 35. 1 by 35, what? 0.03. Now putting these values of u bar in x bar equals to s u bar plus a, we get this 18.06. Same. This is the shortcut method and this is the direct method from this table. Okay. Okay. In arithmetic mean, there is merits and demerits. Okay. Merits, there are 4 merits and demerits will be 3. Now what is geometric mean actually? The geometric mean of a set of a non-zero positive observations is the nth root of their product. This is the definition of geometric mean. In mathematically, let x1, x2 dot dot xn be a non-zero positive observations in a series of data. So the geometric mean will be capital Z will equals to just multiplying this x1 multiply x2 multiply dot dot up to xn, x1 multiply x2 plus multiply dot dot up to xn, bracket to the power 1 by total number of observation. 1 by total number of observation. How many observation here? N. This is why 1 by n. Suppose we are given only 3 data, 3, 2, 4, 8. This is the ungrouped data, discrete data, 2, 4, 8. Now we are to find the geometric mean for this 2, 4, 8. Just multiply 2 multiply 4 multiply 8. Then to the power, what will be? 1 by total number of observation. Total number of observation, what? 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Okay. This why only 4 will be the geometric mean. Now from this equation, capital Z equals to, this is the formula of geometric mean, Z equals to x1 multiply x2 multiply dot dot up to xn to the power 1 by n. Now taking log on both sides, taking log on this both sides, we get log Z equals to what? Power will be before log, this 1 by n log. For multiplication we have to use plus sign, log x1 plus log x2 plus log xn. This is the properties of logarithm. For multiplication we have to use plus sign, log x1 plus log x2 plus dot dot up to log xn. This equals to what will be? Summation log xi. We can write for plus, we can use summation, okay, for plus sign. So this is a series, so summation log xi divided by n. Okay. Now if we use frequency for each distribution, suppose for each observation x, for x1 observation f1 is the frequency, for x2 observation f2 is the frequency dot dot, for xk observation fk is the frequency. So if a frequency is given, then we have to use this formula, log Z equals to what will be? 1 by n summation fi log xi. Remember it. but this is without a frequency, summation log xi. But if we are given the frequency, summation fi will be multiplied, I equals to 1 to n. Okay, this is the formula if frequency is given. Now for the previous table, find the geometric mean of the frequency distribution of the given table. This is the given previous example. This is the given class interval, number of laborers, this is the frequency, mid values, this is the xi for 11 plus 13 divided by 2. Okay, now log xi, using calculator, log 12 equals to this, log 14 equals to this, log 16 equals to this one, log 18 equals to this, and log 20 equals to this, log 20 will be this, and log 25 will be this. Now multiplying with frequency, 3 multiply this, we get this one. 4 multiply log xi, this one. In this way, we can write total fix log xi will be 43.7117. So we know log z equals to summation fi log xi divided by summation fi, total number of frequency. Okay, now summation fi log xi, what will be 43.7117 divided by 35. So 1.2489 is the log z. Now z, what will be NT log? This is the NT log. 10 to the power this will be the result. Now there are merits and demerits for geometric mean, and we uses also uses of geometric mean is mainly used to calculate average of ratios and percentage. For the construction of index number, we have to use geometric mean. Now harmonic mean, the harmonic mean of a set of a non-zero observations x1, x2 dot dot xn is a series, is the reciprocal of the arithmetic mean. This is the opposite of arithmetic mean of the reciprocals. Thus the harmonic mean can be written as a is equals to 1 divided by summation reciprocal of every observations 1 by xi, x1 plus 1 by x2 plus 1 by x3 plus 1 plus dot dot 1 by xn. This is the reciprocal, sum of the reciprocals of all observations and their mean 1 by n. Okay, this is the opposite mean or harmonic mean. For example, harmonic mean of 459, what will be 1 divided by opposite of 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 9 and their mean. Mean means what? Dividing by total number of frequency, total number of observation. Total number of observation what? 1, 2, 3, only 3. So n equals to 3. Just we get 5.35 is the result. Now if frequency is given, harmonic mean will be 1 divided by 1 by n summation fi xi. Okay, fi will be multiplied for every observations, reciprocal of the observations. Now for the same table, how to find the harmonic mean of a frequency distribution? Suppose class interval of are given this, there are 7 classes interval and number of laborers, this is the frequency, total number of frequency 35, and mid values also for the previous table. Now 1 by xi can be calculated, 1 by 12 equals to this, 1 by 14 equals to this. Okay, 1 by 16 equals to this. By using calculator we get this. Now this multiply fi multiply xi, 1 by xi will be this. F4 multiply this equals to this. In this way we get fi divided by xi will be this. The sum of fi xi will be 2.0467 by using calculator. Now harmonic mean equal to what will be 1 divided by summation fi xi divided by n. Okay, this is the 17.10 is the approximately. Now it has also merits and demerits and uses also. The uses of harmonic mean is used to when the observations are expressed in terms of rates, speeds, prices, etc. Remember it. Now there is a relation between harmonic arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, and geometric mean. For any two observation, positive observations, of course, arithmetic mean multiply harmonic mean equal to geometric mean whole square. Okay, where a is the arithmetic mean, s is the harmonic mean, and g is the geometric mean. Let us consider the two observation will be x1 and x2. So arithmetic mean what will be? x1 plus x2 divided by 2 observation only. This is why n equals to 2. Now geometric mean what will be? X1 multiply x2 divided to the power 1 by 2, n equals to 2. And harmonic mean what will be? 1 divided by 1 by n means what? 2. 1 by x1 plus x2, sum of the reciprocals. Now after calculation, taking LCM, we get 2x1 x2 divided by x1 plus x2. Therefore, arithmetic mean multiply harmonic mean what will be? Arithmetic mean multiply harmonic mean. After calculation, this cancel, this divide 2 cancel, only x1 x2. This equals to what? Geometric mean whole square. Geometric mean whole square will be x1 x2. Okay, so this is the proof. Another theorem, remember, arithmetic mean always greater or equal to geometric mean always greater or equal to harmonic mean. Next class we will discuss this about this theorem, but we remember that arithmetic mean always greater or equal to geometric mean always greater or equal to harmonic mean. Now what will be the mean? The mean of a set of a values or measurable is the sum of all the measurements divided by the number of measurements in a set. There are 3 types of mean. The mean is the most popular and widely used. It is sometimes called arithmetic mean. Okay, arithmetic mean. The mean for sample means sum of all the values of the samples divided by number of the total samples, and this is denoted by x bar. X bar equals to summation fi xi divided by n. Okay, shortcut method we can use this formula. Direct method we have studied an example using this. Okay, now arithmetic mean of this, just taking sum divided by total number of observation. 40 1 2 3 4 5. This is why 5 observation. Arithmetic mean. Weighted sum. If frequency is given, then we can, this is called what is the weighted mean? Weighted mean is the mean of the set of values wherein each value or measurement has a different weight or degree of importance. The following is its formula. X bar equal to summation x w divided by summation w. W may be frequency also. X bar is the mean, x is the measurement values, and w is the number of measurements. Okay. For example, how to find out the weighted mean? Actually, the units are given here and grade 86 to 7. Now taking x bar, what will be? 0.9 multiply 86 plus 1.5 multiply 85 plus 1.5 multiply 88 plus 1.8 multiply 87 plus 0.9 multiply 86 plus 1.2 multiply 83 plus 1.2 multiply 87. That means summation fi xi. This is the xi and this is the fi, f1, f2, f3. This is the x1, x2, x3. So summation fi xi divided by number of total number of frequency. Total number what will be? Total number of frequency. Now harmonic mean. Okay, for ungrouped data, this is, for group data frequency is given. We have studied this, with example. Now harmonic mean can be calculated. X equals to this, 1 by x will be this. Just using harmonic mean, using this formula, we can find out this harmonic mean. Calculate harmonic mean of the given value. Similar formula can be used. This is the class interval. This is the mid values. Mid values how many? 30 plus 39 divided by 2. Okay, 40 plus 49 divided by 2. And this is the frequency. Frequency means you must know f. So f divided by x. F divided by x can be calculated like this. Okay, 1 by x multiply 2. 1 by this multiply 3. Summation will be this. Total number of frequency 4.5. Using the same formula, summation f divided by summation fi xi, or using the same previous formula of frequency harmonic mean, you can find out 69.60. Now similarly, geometric mean we also studied. Geometric mean for group data, summation log xi divided by n. For ungrouped data, geometric mean log z equals to what was summation fi log xi. Okay, same formula. Now we can find out the geometric mean for this. How many observation here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observation only. So n equals to what? 5. Summation log x equals to what will be this. So z equals to anti-log this. X is given this, and log x what will be? Log 15 equals to this, log 12 equals to this, log 13 equals to this. Then taking summation, we get this. So log x will be summation this. Okay. Now putting these values in formula, we can find out the geometric mean for this data. Properties also studied for this. Now, what is median actually? Median. Median denoted by MD is the middle value of the sample when data are ranked in order according to the size. Corner has defined as, Corner is a statistician. The median is that values of the variable which divides the group into two equal parts. One part comprises of all values greater and other and all values less than median. For ungrouped data, median formula will be n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. Capital N is the total number of frequency. Remember it. For group data, median will be L1 plus n by 2 divided by cumulative frequency of the previous class interval divided by frequency of the median class multiply length of the class interval. Okay, I. This is the actually median. Now, median what will be? Okay, the median is defined as the middle class observation when the observations are arranged in order of magnitudes. So for ungrouped data, n plus 1 by 2 observations will be the median. And for if n is even, median will be what? Arithmetic mean of the n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1 star observation. And this is the for ungrouped data. Now for group data, median will be what? ME L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class interval divided by frequency of the median class multiply C. C is the length of the class interval. Now for the same data of the previous example, there are 7 classes. A number of laborers or frequency are given 3, 4, and cumulative frequency. How you can calculate? Cumulative frequency will be, this is the cumulative frequency. A first frequency is given, then 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 10, 22, 22 plus 6, 28, 28 plus 4, 32, 32 plus 3 will be 35. This is the sum of or last cumulative frequency will be what? Sum of the total frequency. Remember it, 35. Now, if n equals to 35, total number of frequency n equals to 35, 35 divided by 2 equals to what? 17.5, right? This observation, 17.5, fifth observation lies in which cumulative frequency? 12 or 22? Of course, in 22, 17.5 lies. This is why in that class, this is the class of median, because 17.5 lies in this class. Okay, this is the median class. 17 to 19 is the median class. That is 17.5 fifth observation lies in that class. Therefore, median what will be? Lower limit of the class, median class. Lower limit what? 17 L. L is the 17 plus n by 2 what? N by 2 what? 35 by 2. 17.5, 17.5. Now, this is the cumulative frequency of the previous class interval. 17.19 is the median class. Previous cumulative frequency of the previous class interval what? 12. This is the cumulative frequency 12. Okay, 12 divided by number of frequency of the median class. Median class frequency what? 10. Okay, this is the 10 multiply 2. This is the length of the median class. Length of the median class. This calculated by 18.1 only. So using this formula for group data. Okay. Here L equals to lower limit of the median class. N by 2 is the total number of frequency divided by 2. Capital F what will be? Cumulative frequency of the previous median class. And small f what will be? Frequency of the median class. And C is the length of the median class. Remember it.
Ji sir, Parvo sir.
Okay. For this median, merits and demerits we have to study. Merits and demerits. Mode. Now what is mode actually? The mode is that observation of the variable for which the frequency is maximum. The frequency will be what? Maximum. For example, the mode of the observation 2, 5, 9, 5, 3. This is the discrete data. The mode will be what? 5.
9.
How? 5 repeated. 3 times repeated. This is why maximum observations is 5. This is why 5 is the mode for this discrete data or ungrouped data. Now for group data, frequency distribution is mode of the mode is given by this formula. M naught equals to L plus del 1 divided by del 1 plus del 2 multiply C. Now what is del 1 actually? L is the lower limit of the model class. Now del 1 will be the difference between the frequency of the model class and the previous model class, pre-model class. Del 2 what will be? The difference between the frequency of the model class and the post model class. Remember it. Post means later. Previous means previous. Now to find out the mode of the previous frequency of the distribution of the previous, to find out the mode of this example, how we can calculate it this? Actually, highest frequency what? 10, right? Highest frequency 10 lies in this class, 17 to 19. Highest frequency lies in this class, 17 to 19. So the total model class will be what? 17 to 19, because in that class the frequency is maximum, that means 10. So mode what will be? Lower limit of this class 17 plus 5 what? Del 1. Del 1 means what? Difference between the model class and the previous model class. That means 10 minus 5. This is the del 1. And del 2 what will be? Difference between the frequency of model class and the post model class. 6. 10 minus 6 will be del 2. 10 minus 5 will be del 1. Understand? Del 1 what will be? Difference between the frequency of the previous model class and the previous model class. Okay? Pre-model class. Now del 2 what will be? Del 2 will be the difference between the frequency of the model class and the post model class. This is the post model class 6. So del 1 equals to 10 minus 5 and del 2 equal to what? 10 minus 6. Remember it. So del 1 equals to 10 minus 5 and del 2 equals to what? 10 minus 6, that means 4. So C equals to 2, length of the model class 2. So we get only 18.11 approximately. It has also merits and demerits. Merits and demerits of modes. Actually, we have studied 3 types of mean: arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean today with examples. And we also studied about mean for group data and ungrouped data, and median for group data and ungrouped data with examples. Median for ungrouped data. Median equals to size of n plus 1 divided by 2 item. Okay. For group data, we have used this formula. Now, for example, the age of a sample of 5 college students. Sample of a age. Okay. 21, 25, 19, 20, 22. How many observation here? 5 observation. Now arranging the data in ascending order we can write from lower to highest, the lower age to higher age. 19, 20, 21, 22, 25. How many observation? N equals to 5. So the median will be what? N plus 1 by 2th term of the. So median will be what? N equals to what? 5. 5 plus 1 divided by 2th term. That means third term. Third term means what? First, second, third. Third term is the 21. So 21 will be the median in this case. Remember it. This is the for example for ungrouped data. Now example of median for group data. Suppose marks are given. How many class interval here? Only 5 class interval. Number of students. This is the frequency. Cumulative frequency also this 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 10 plus 14 24. 24 plus 17 41. 41 plus 9 equals to 50. This is that last cumulative frequency. It will be the equal to the total number of frequency. So the in this case a median will be L plus. This is the same formula. Modification another, but same formula. N equals to total number of frequency. Is the length of the class interval. L equals to lower limit of the median class. Median class n by 2 equals to what actually? N by 2 25. 25 lies in which class? Can you say? 25 lies in this class, in this cumulative frequency. So 15 to 19 will be the median class. Remember it. So lower limit what will be? Only lower limit will be 15. So you can use this formula to calculate the median using the same. Now advantage of median. Remember this is the merits of median and disadvantage or demerits. Now what will be the mode? Croxton and Cowden defined as the mode of the distribution is the value of the point armed with the item tend to most heavily concentrated. It may be regarded as the most typical of a series of value. Most frequency occurs in a class, then that class will be the model class. This is the find the mode of the speed given miles per hour. How many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 data are given. So we have to sorting this data lower to highest, 15 18, just arranging this lower value to higher value. Since both 18 and 24 occurs thrice, 18 and 24 occurs thrice, so the modes are 18 and 24 miles per hour. Mode will lies between these two. So for group data, mode can be, for group data we can use this formula. Fn minus F1 means what? This difference between model frequency of the model class and previous model class. Same formula. Now find the model class and the actual mode of the following data. This is the number of frequency class interval, and this is the frequency given. Here the model class will be 10 to 12. L will be lower limit 10. F1 will be 5. F2 will be what? 7. Easily you can calculate this. Properties of mode, important properties. This is the advantage of mode, and this is also disadvantage. What is the disadvantage? From our previous book we also seen this. Now this is the end of this class. Thanks to everybody for attending this.